Why does Winnipeg Transit suck so much? Considering the huge ridership, how has the city not given it more funding? The delays are ridiculous sometimes. Like, this is what my commute to work looked like this morning. I wake up, get ready for the day, and head out to the bus stop. I stand and wait, people watching to kill time, since I forgot to charge my headphones. The scheduled arrival time comes and goes. Google Maps says the bus departed. I say it's full of shit. I waited 20 minutes, then 30, then 40. I usually would have gone to another stop by this point, or seen if I have any friends going in my work direction I can carpool with, but something keeps me glued to the spot. Maybe I'm afraid I'll walk away just as it arrives. Maybe I know deep down that no one I know works in the same neighborhood as me and wouldn't be able to drive me. Maybe part of me hopes for an excuse to miss work. Either way, I don't budge. My eyes start getting heavy. I slept like crap last night. I blink. Something has changed. The buildings look different, not to a significant degree, but enough that it is clear they have been repaired, renovated, even replaced. Construction of a new home has begun on a neighboring street, and the architectural style is one I've never seen before. The people are the same, their fashion is familiar, but just a little out of place. Styles and color combinations I've never seen before, materials that I don't recognize. I get some odd looks in the direction of my clothing, a snicker from a passing teenager. I look at my phone. The date is 10 years in the future, but the battery is still full. I turn on the camera. My body has traveled 10 years into the future, but it has not aged. The bus is still not here. I cannot risk missing it. I blink. More changes. In the distance, I see towering structures, which look like sketches drawn by a designer who ignored everything they knew about construction and physics. The nearby area, however, is not so fantastical. Almost every building I saw previously is still here, but run down, dilapidated. Some have collapsed entirely, bits of their skeletal frames acting as grave markers. The people somehow have changed even more drastically. The varied weights and degrees of exhaustion we all display have been replaced with a uniform, starved, and hollow appearance. Their clothing is mostly rags, stamped with sigils that I have never seen before, but I somehow know to look away from as fast as possible. They look at me first in confusion, then with an uncomfortable degree of awe and fear. I am approached by someone who has one of the marks burned into their skin and the fire of a preacher in their eyes. As they speak a language I can scarcely understand, a few words ring familiar: ancient, revelation, visitation, commandment, hope. As they gesture at the distant towers, their face contorts into a grimace of rage, but one tinged with resignation and hopelessness. They grab my shoulders and say one word I do know, slowly, as if reciting something they had memorized long before. Remember. I look at my phone. The date is over 200 years in the future, but the battery is still full. I turn on the camera. My body has traveled over 200 years into the future, but it has not aged. The bus is still not here. I cannot risk missing it. I blink. The decay has festered. Most structures have joined their fallen siblings, while those that remain are a little more than ruins. There are no lights, save for the cast by the stars. The far-off spires have grown, twisting into painful shapes resembling the sigils I saw before. Several seem to shift out of the corner of my eye when I glance away, but look the same when I turn back. The moon appears to have spokes, and I somehow know these are the same as the roads on the horizon. There are no people, no screams of horror and fear echo down the road, no cries in the night, no bodies in the streets, only a terrible silence. Dust has gathered on every surface, with nothing disturbing it save an occasional scrap of debris caught in the wind. Shadows move past me with no visible caster, and no identifiable pattern to their forms. I see one resembling a circle with shifting, sinuous patterns of darker shades, another like a large cat with humanoid heads, whose mouths are open in a silent roar, and one which simply looks like a small hunched child. If they are capable of perceiving me at all, they pay me no mind. I look at my phone. The date is over 1,000 years in the future, but the battery is still full. I turn on the camera. My body has traveled over 1,000 years into the future, but it has not aged. The bus is still not here. I cannot risk missing it. I blink. There is nothing left. Scorched earth surrounds me, the road having long eroded to earth and sand. The building frames have suffered a similar fate, with only my memories remaining. The spires still loom in the distance, but seem somehow diminished. Their shapes are no longer causing me as much pain, and they no longer move when not observed, as if whatever intelligence animated them has left in search of more interesting toys. I look up. The sun is larger than I have ever seen it, and it feels as if it should be burning my skin. I turn my gaze. The moon is dead. It cannot be described any other way. The shadows are gone. Perhaps there are yet deeper levels, where shadows of these shadows linger on in places I cannot see. Regardless, I am alone in a burnt and cracked landscape that stretches on forever. I look at my phone and see it somehow displaying a date billions of years into the future. When I hear the familiar pneumatic hiss, when I turn to its source, the bus is there. Its bright, undamaged exterior incongruous in the dull hellscape. The doors are open, but I cannot see a driver or other passengers. I hesitate. What if this is an illusion, a trap meant to cut my long sojourn through time short? Even if it is not, after all I have seen, can I really re-enter a world full of life when I have seen our eventual fate? Our lives spent and our planet ruined as a distraction for something beyond our comprehension? Can I pretend to care about the events of the present when the future renders them all nil? The doors begin to close. I make my decision. Anyway, this all usually means I'm at least 10 to 15 minutes late for work every damn day. My boss is really getting on my case, but I don't get paid enough to afford a car. Not to mention, the reduced weekend service sometimes means I'm waiting twice as long, which is so stupid. Not everyone gets weekends off. Is there anyone at Winnipeg City Hall I can talk to about this? Or a petition or something? This is utterly ridiculous.